Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. It is match preview for our game on Saturday, away down to Luton Town, Kenilworth Road. It's another away game, unfortunately. But what can we do, I suppose? Got Tony with us tonight because Mason is grafting at work. How you doing, Tony?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. And can't wait for tomorrow. Not because there's a football match, and just because I've got 10 days off after tomorrow. So looking
Oh,
forward to that.
good. I bet as well. So yeah. But anyway, guys, you know the usual drill. If you do enjoy tonight, you'll remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results, as always. So please do hit the likes. And of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you really enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please smash that subscribe button. Completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And we're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're less than 30 away from getting there. So please do help us get there as soon as we can. We're not getting there. So please do smash the subscribe button, please. And bell notification, it will let you know whenever a live show or pre-recorded video does take place on the day. So that will keep you notified on what's coming up as well. Super chats are available if you want to give something to the channel. And if you want to give something, and if you want to consider becoming a member for just 99p, hit the join button. You'll be put into the next prize draw as well. Of course, we'll dive into a few comments that have come in. Good evening, Lawrence. Hope you're well. Bia, good evening. Watching from the pub tonight, the missus thinks I'm Christmas shopping, says Bia. You just know I hope she's not watching the show tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've been rumbled already.
Good evening, Martin. Hope you're well. Mad Mag, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. And Mighty Mag says evening, Pete, Tony, and all. Hope you're well, Mighty Mag, as well. Well, then, so let's get into it. Luton away on Saturday. I mean, we need to sort this away from out, Tony, because it's been really all over the place. And we've only won one game in the Premier League this season, and that was Sheffield United.
Yeah, and then just before I go into that, I just want to say, look, we all saw the fabulous news this morning or this afternoon that Tom Lockyer is now back at home and recovering from his cardiac arrest last week.
Yeah,
and he's had a device fitted now. Whether he comes back playing or not, we do not know. But you know, the great thing is he's home and he's recovering. So
that's amazing.
Excellent news. But everybody's been worried about this. And it's currently 0-0 at the moment in the M23 derby. Palace and Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, look, our away form isn't great.
No.
It's been dire. Look, the way I look at this game, it's going to be tough. You know, we're not going to go, it's not a given that we go down there and get a 3 points. Ask Liverpool. They went there, they were losing 1-0. They rescued it in injury time, luckily. Or unluckily, if you want to look at our way.
Yep.
Man City were 1 down. They struggled to come back to 2-1. So it's not an easy place to go to, Kenilworth Road.
It's not.
A tiny little ground. I think we're going to find it tough. And we need to get an away win. Whether we do that Saturday, I'm not so sure. You know, if I'm starting players, one player I would leave out the team, and I'm not saying this by any disrespect whatsoever, because what I want to do is, look, I've seen different people put things out about this guy. Some of it's not been great comments, some of it's been all right, but there's been some people have been absolutely ridiculed over saying stuff. And look, at the end of the day, we're all football fans. We're all entitled to our opinions. Yes, some people might not like it. Sometimes you've got to criticise somebody or player or whatever.
Yep.
Sometimes you've got to have a bit of constructive criticism. Now, it feels like you're not allowed to criticise because people jump on you. Well, I'm sorry. If people want to jump on me because I'm going to criticise, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, if somebody does not play well, I'm going to say A, B, or C hasn't played well. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. And I mean, look, we know Trippier's made 3 mistakes in 3 games, or 4 mistakes in 3 games, I should say. But now, look, I'm not saying, you know, the mistakes from Trippier have been uncharacteristic, because since he's come to this club, he has been absolutely fantastic for this club.
Oh, yes, yep.
He was the first one through the door. He started the ball rolling. When new players come in, he's always there to introduce himself, you know. and ask if they want anything, to ask him for any help. So he's a model professional. But there is something going on that is affecting his playing style, because he's obviously got something going on in his personal life, which, and this affects his
Yep.
performances on the field. Because you've got a top class international right back. Let's be honest, him and Kel Walker are probably the two best right backs that England have got in this country, and they're both 33 years of age.
Yep.
I put these two streets ahead of Reece James. Now then, what I would say is, if I was Eddie Howe, and obviously I'm not Eddie Howe, but if I was Eddie Howe, I would be looking at this and thinking, right, that's another mistake from Trippier. I'm going to have to sit down with him, ask him what's going on in his personal life, see if I can find out anything. I think the best thing we can do is to rest Trippier now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Maybe rest him for this game and the Forest game as well, because, look, give him a bit of time out. We've got Lewis Hall on the bench. Why don't we use him? Yeah. Even worse, we could always use Paul Dummett at left back, right? Now, I know some people might say, I don't want to use Dummett. But why not? But if Kraft is fit Saturday, then I would say start Kraft and leave Trippier on the bench. Don't banish him from the squad. Have him on the bench, But I think if he has a bit of time out, or you could even say to Trippier, look, do you want to leave, come into this game and the Forest game, so you can try and sort out whatever's going on in his personal life? Because nobody knows what's going on, and
we don't know.
We don't need to know what's going on. At the end of the day,
No.
That's his private life, so let him sort that out. So whatever's going on personally, then I think that has to be sorted out. But I would certainly say I would rest him, because, look, you're just putting him in the firing line every time, and as soon as there's a slight mistake, that's it. I mean, the other night, the only critical thing I could say was, why was he doing that header? Why didn't he just clear it? Like I say, even if he put it out for a corner, it doesn't mean to say because the corner comes in, they're going to score from it. And we could have had a match against the Smoggies in the next round. But look, it's all hypothetical. Yes, he should have, could have, would have, or whatever done it, but he didn't. He decided to do a header back, which didn't go anywhere, and it allowed Mudryk to equalise. And then obviously the penalty, I don't think he should have took that penalty, if I'm honest. He doesn't. When he stepped up, I thought, he doesn't, something's not right here. And I thought in my head, I can't see this penalty going in, And again, it went well wide, and I thought, there's something not right here with Trippier, and he definitely does need some sort of rest. I mean, what do you think, Pete?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, not in a nasty way, but just to sort out what is going on in the background, what we don't know about. I think it's a good idea. As well, I think Trippier, wouldn't mind it as well, because he's got to look and say, this is really affecting my performances on the pitch. And these mistakes have come quite frequently as well. So I would say,
yeah,
I'll definitely give him a bit of time off, just so to sort out what is going on, and then he comes back again. What he has been fantastic as well. So I think fullbacks were fine. If Kraft is fit, fair enough. If Kraft isn't fit, I'll go Tino Livramento right back, and I'd either go Lewis Hall or go Dan Burn at left back. I think Botman will be back at centre back. I think Botman's going to start this Saturday for me, because he only played 45 minutes, which just shows that Howe now wants to keep him for the Premier League games, because those games are going to be so important with him in the back line for us. So, yeah. Gordon, is he going to make the game, Tony, or?
I don't know. It depends what's wrong with him, but if he doesn't make this game, then he possibly makes the Forest game at home. We're running out of players here, aren't we? I mean, I've never known an injury crisis like this, apart from back in the 90s, 94, 95. But look, tell you another thing as well, Pete, what really grinds me, right, is look,
Mm-hmm.
I know people are saying, some people are saying, especially the media, some of them will say, oh, the pressure's on Eddie Howe because, we're out with 2 competitions within a week. And not only that, we're not doing very well. And, I don't doubt Eddie Howe's probably feeling the pressure. But what a lot of, and you've got some of the fan base, I'm not saying fan base that come on, yeah, but, you don't know if these are proper Newcastle fans or not.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them are coming out and saying, look, Eddie Howe needs to go, we need this man. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Get a grip, first of all. One, where has Eddie Howe brought us in the 2 years since he took over? We were rock bottom. We hadn't won a game. It took us 14 games to win a game. And look where we finished that season, 11th. Then we got the Champions League last season. The guy's done an awful lot. But what people don't seem to understand as well is financial fair play is the massive weight over our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the massive cloud that's hanging above St James's Park is FFP, financial fair play. All because the previous owner, who I do not want to name him because I don't even like mentioning that man's name. I'll rather call him the fat cockney bastard or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But what he did to our club was wrong. We had no commercial investments coming into the club. We had cheap, nasty, little shitty sponsorships, like shirt sponsorship for 5 million a year. Why? Let's get the shirt makers in. They can pay 5 million a year. You'd rather plaster his shit direct all over the bloody stadium. And at the end of the day, this is why we're in this mess with the FFP. This is why we can't go out. I mean, I don't doubt Piff would love to go out and go and spend, 200 or 300, 300 or 400 million on a transfer window. But we can't do that. We're not allowed to, because as soon as we break FFP rules, bang, they'll be straight on top of us like a drop of a hat. It doesn't matter if you're Chelsea or you're Man City or whatever, but at the end of the day, us, they would be bang straight on top of us and they would hammer us for it. So I think a lot of people have got to realise that Eddie's having to work because of the financial regulations and in that FFP constraints as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. I said that yesterday on the review as well. So, let's to me comments. I love Trips, but he would be able to leave him out to Liverpool. I don't think that's a bad idea. Yeah. I'm fearful of this game, that ground. You can't stretch 2 games. We need 6 points from our next 2 games because after that we have Sunderland, Liverpool, Man City, Villa. We do. Or Tony Cow could look and see. I'll give you time off to sort out whatever's going on. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea as well. All right, lads, the rumour's gone around. Oh, is Trips having an affair? She's playing away. What next? He's got Michelle Obama pregnant and the Premier picks are on X. Oh,
God.
Bloody hell, Ronald.
Jesus, Ronald.
We don't know what's going on. That's it. And we're not going to dive into his personal life at all.
No.
That's for him to sort out. It's got nothing to do with us. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. Ronald says, preggers, for fuck's sake. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well. Ian, Mr. Fleming, hope you're well. These injuries are a joke. I do wonder if we are doing light training because of the games we've had. It could be. I don't know. The tacky sports shop owner. Yes, we know who he is. I just love Eddie, his staff, the whole squad, the owners and our fans. They all get my 100 support. They do with me as well. Hey, lads and lasses. Yabba, hope you're well. Evening all. Good evening, Mason. Must be on his break from work. Even just welcome each other. Yabba says, I'm on my best behaviour tonight. Yes, you better be, Yabba. Because I've had to... Friday night, fair enough. It's a after show. But when it comes to the shows, we need to start thinking it down. So, and even Mason says it as well. There you go. A man that took him to court because of the shite direct steins and it came out he wasn't paying the club anything. He wasn't.
No.
There you go. I've managed to get the Savile song on my phone. What is playing out at work? Oh, God. FFP is an oxymoron when it comes to us. Now, fair about it. I know. And Ian says, Ian, sorry, I missed your comment. Rumours, it could be going around. Isak could maybe be available for the weekend. Again, I think that's good in a way because it all depends on Gordon, though, because if Gordon doesn't make the game and if Isak is available, I'd only consider putting Isak left and putting Wilson through the middle. But if Gordon is right, okay, and if, say, Wilson stop but Isak does make the bench, then at least you've got a choice of fresh legs up front because Wilson, I still have that concern that he's playing a full 90 minutes for a canny few games. I mean, this has got to be the third or fourth game in a row he's played a full 90 minutes of.
Yeah, Pete, I mean, it was nice to see Wilson get a goal the other night and, it just shows he doesn't give up. But, yeah, I mean, if Isak's back, then I suppose, yes, we can put him out on the... we can put him out on the left. Although I don't like him being out on the left. I'd rather he played in the middle, but obviously Wilson's there. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a difficult game down there, Luton. But I can see if Isak is back, that's great news for us. But we just need to see more on the pitch. But this comes back to the medical team again. Are they trying to get players who are come back from injury, getting them out too quick on the field, and then they're breaking down because of it? I've seen a lot of this going around on social media. Some fans saying it's about time we sacked this medical team because they're causing more injuries than enough. I look at that and I think, I'm not so sure. But there again, look with Jacob Murphy, I think he was rushed back, if I'm honest.
He was.
Because his shoulder went again, didn't it? But, yeah, and that was against Arsenal. But, we got the goal through him. So I suppose in a way, but yeah, should he have really been back? That's the thing. But, look, we just have to wait and see. But I just want to see us putting a good performance down there, Because, look, let's be honest, the other night, yes, we scored the goal. But what I'm starting to get a bit concerned at, Peter, and I don't know if you've noticed this as well, you've probably realised this as well, but what I'm getting concerned at is, look, yes, we're scoring that goal. But after we score the goal, we seem reluctant to go back on the attack. We seem to try and defend it. Like we did against AC Milan, we just seem to sit back and defend. Yes, okay, we had more opportunities than they had. They had 2 shots on target and scored with both. But against Chelsea, it was wave after wave after wave after wave of attack from Chelsea. Especially in that second half, it was an onslaught from them. Mm-hmm. And we tried to defend that 1-0 lead. And what was getting me was we're not getting a hold of the ball, because when we did get the ball, we'd pass it to another player and then the other player would pass it and then it would go to a Chelsea player. So we weren't keeping a hold of the ball, where it would be nice. Where it would be nice if the, in some ways it would be nice if we could just have had a period of play against Chelsea where we could have held the ball for 5-10 minutes. Even if you weren't going anywhere, but just passing it about, at least it breaks up their momentum and stops them. But, we just try to defend, Pete. And to me, I think it's dangerous when you're trying to defend that 1-0 lead, because you're always vulnerable to, getting that goal against you. And that proved the other night.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. No news on Fabian Schär or Joe Linton whether they're going to be available tomorrow yet. But we'll hear more on Eddie's press conferences. But I've got the feeling I think they might both of them miss out.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's too soon for them to come back.
It is, yeah. It certainly is. That's okay. Just Chippers is so easy to wind up. He'll be on tomorrow night. Luton, best be aware of the wounded animal that is Eddie's team. We battered them 6-0. Says Ian Hoare. He's very confident. Hi, Covey. Hope you're well. We should be.
I hope so, Ian. I hope so, please, mate. Yeah.
Hi, Covey. I will see, because our way forum is so shite, somebody might be due a hammering by us. It always happens, absolutely. who Celtic got Ian Murphyinho. We need him back ASAP. I remember when people used to Gary Glitter concerts this time of year. What's happened there? Well, does FFP affect free agents? No, it doesn't, does it?
No. Because you're not paying out a transfer fee.
The Celtic have got Livingston, according to Ian, fair enough. Doctors' medical teams are not fortune tellers, they're not. At home, so we'll go for a draw. Ian's on about Celtic. That's because we were knackered after 30 minutes. We were more like getting beaten. All Miggy should have defended the lead by trying to take the ball into the corner instead of having a pop shot in the last 80 seconds. He should have done that. It's good. John Parrott is on tomorrow. Shame for injuries, but big up Lewis Miley, says Yabba. Absolutely. Lewis Miley's just been amazing since he's been coming into this side as well. In terms for Luton and Tom Locker, no disrespect to Luton, I think you might miss out for them.
Oh, Tom Lockyer won't be playing, that's for sure.
No, I mean, I don't think he will be. I mean, just to come back from a serious cardiac arrest, he needs to rest as soon as much as possible because that would have been awful. And I don't think Luton will do the risking him back completely. No. So it'll be a big blow for Luton. It really will be. But at least he will come back. He'll come back stronger for them. But I don't think he's going to make the game if he'll be told to rest for quite some time. I believe.
Yeah, I think so as well, Pete. I think with Luton, you know, I mean, everybody had them like going down on record points. I mean, look, they're on 9 points already, so I can't see them going to go down on record points. So that'd be 11. I think they'll get more than 11 points a season. But if you look at Luton Town, they had that start where they were getting hammered or were just getting beat. But but it's not the fact that they're just getting beat like 3-0 or 4-0 or whatever. But they seem to have got the grips of the Premier League and they're showing a bit more steel about them. And, you know, we're starting to see a different Luton Town now.
Yeah,
and the look,
in a way,
you know, I mean, look, as I said, Liverpool went down there. They were 1-0 down. Luton only had about 4 minutes left of injury time until Luis Diaz popped up and got a header in and scored the equaliser and got Liverpool out of jail, or else they would have beat Liverpool. You know, they were close to beating City. They were leading 1-0 at half time. Adebayo, you've got to watch him off corners.
They are giving some teams some games, but I've just looked at the record. They have lost their last 3 games. So so they did lose. There was to Brentford, then to Arsenal, then it was to Man City. Of course, the game against Luton got abandoned.
Again, that Arsenal one, they only lost 4-3 to Arsenal, but that was one hell of a game. Again, Arsenal found it tough there as well. So it's not going to be easy. And yes, I know Ian's saying it would be nice to get a 6-0 win. It would be, absolutely. I mean, look what we did to Sheffield United, went down and ripped them apart. But I don't think Luton are as bad as what Sheffield United are, if I'm honest with you. But I can see, us if we play like we did against Fulham, especially in that second half.
Yeah.
Because the first half we seemed to struggle when they went down to 10, but in that second half, and the way Bruno was all game, absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I look at that, if we play like that we did against Fulham, then I can't see no reason why we don't go and win this game.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, we do have to be careful because they have got some good players. Ross Barkley's starting to play well now.
Who do you call him? Because he's got Adebayo.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good player for them as well.
Carlton Morris as well. You got to watch him, the striker.
Yes, not a pretty good player as well. Former Toon player, Andros Townsend.
Yes, he's another danger for them. He's playing well.
Yes,
and they've got that one aside from Man United who doesn't seem to be playing too bad. That Tahi Chong or whatever you call him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. If we lose against the Mackhams, oh my God, we won't hear the last of it. We won that.
We're not going to lose against them. We're going to stuff them.
9-0 to us, says Yavop. Oh, God, you're... Napier won't be playing. He's just had a defibrillator fit in his heart he has. So
Yeah.
he's still in hospital. He ain't going to play May never again. He's out of hospital now. I think he'll just be on a long recovery. Hope he gets well soon. Absolutely, he's out. So, yeah.
Well, just on that, Pete, if you think about it, though, Ericsson, he came back and played with a defibrillator, so I can't see... It might not be the end of his career.
Yep.
They might say, yes, he can go back to playing again. So, what happened with Ericsson, so we'll see.
Yes, absolutely. Evening, Gordon. Hope you're well. We're right for the pickings, lads. Good evening, Billy. Hope you're well.
Evening, Billy.
I didn't like them mentioning the COVID shot with Lockyer, and am I one who refused to get one and all being informed? Just leave it, though. It was your choice if people wanted the, you know what. So, but it wasn't. I'm glad he's recovering and he's out of hospital. So, and Princess Evening, Billy Bob, they signed Chong from Birmingham. Yes, Chong.
Okay. He was originally at Man United, though, so that's
He
why.
was.
That's why I thought.
Townsend loves his chicken feet. He does. You, Jonathan Davies, signed for Newcastle United, unless we're linked with them. I've not heard anything who we're being linked with at all just yet. So, but the interesting lineup will be interesting. It's hard to say who's going to be back for the weekend and who could be missing. I mean, we'll wait and see, I suppose. We'll just wait and see. Well, Eddie, I will give him on his press conference, but we need to start turning this away form around. Hopefully we can do as well. And we know it's not going to be a pretty easy game, but let's see how Luton are going to do. They're going to be, as I mentioned, without Tom Lockyer as well, so they're going to find it difficult. Hit the back a little bit in a way as well. So, but you know what? I'm always going to feel confident that we're going to win now. I just have that confidence we will go out and get something because of where we are as a football team now. I do not back us to lose, and I believe we can go down in Luton and win. If we get the first goal, it's the most important thing. We just need to start looking for that second goal as well. So that's what we really need to do. So, and apparently, Billy, this Palace and Brighton game's apparently awful. I haven't got it on, so
it is. Yeah, I've got it on, and it's at least he's just fed through to Mateta there, but it's being cleared by Dunk. Oh, Mateta's won it back from Dunk.
No.
But yeah, it's 0-0. It's a typical derby, isn't it? M23 derby, as they call it, because we're only an hour apart.
Oh well, and there you go. Mason says they're without Reece Burke and Dan Potts, and that Woodrow's a doubt for them. Okay then. I see even today Brian's watching. He thinks it's bad. I haven't got it on the game, so. But if we win on Saturday, it just gives us a chance because I can see us going to beat Nottingham Forest at home.
Yeah, absolutely. You say they were going to beat Nottingham Forest, but they've got a new manager now. You know, you normally get that new manager bounce, don't you? So
well, in a way, but we'll see. But
I think we'll have too much for Forest because we're doing well at home at the moment. So I think we'll be all right.
I mean, what did you make of the sack of Steve Cooper?
Look, the thing is, football's a results business. We know that. And when you're in the Premier League, it's big business. You do not want to drop out the Premier League. I mean, look, he took Forest from bottom of the Championship when they sacked Chris Hughton. And he got them promoted the same season. So he's done a bit like what Eddie Howe done for us. You know, he came in and revitalised the club and got them up. When they then got promoted to the Premier League through the playoffs, they did have their struggles, but then they brought in so many players that it was taking a while for them to gel. But when they eventually gelled, then they beat Arsenal, which meant they stayed up. You know, I thought they did terrific to stay up. And then obviously this season they started off okay, and then they sort of just dovetailed and went down over, and then that's obviously led to him getting the sack. But the one thing I will say, I didn't agree with Forest doing, and I think it's absolutely disgusting when clubs do it. And Forest are not just the only club that's done it, because other clubs have done it in the past. Even Chelsea's have done it. But when they announced it in the media that they're actually talking to Nuno Espirito Santos, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, Forest, you've got a manager in charge, so why don't you sack him first before you start putting it out in the media that you're actually talking to another manager, And I don't agree with that. I think that's totally wrong because, if I'm manager of a football club, now I find out that my employers are actually talking to somebody else to replace me. I'm thinking, hang on, why? What's going on here? I could have said, oh, stuff you, I'm walking. But he probably thought, no, I'll get sacked because I'll get me compensation as well.
That was it.
But, yeah, I don't agree with it, to be fair. But that clubs do that. But, I thought it was... Look, it was probably the right thing for them to do because of where they are. They don't want to be dropped into the relegation zone. They don't want to go down. They don't want the second season syndrome coming back and biting them. So I can see why they've made the move, but I'm a bit surprised they've gone to him. Yes, he done well with Wolves, but for Spurs, he was absolutely awful. Look, the only when he was in charge for our first game with the new ownership for Spurs and they beat us 3-2. That was only because we were a bad team under Cabbagehead, know. Had that been an Eddie Howe team and he was at Spurs, we would have trounced them. So that's the difference. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But as I say, it's that's up to them at the end of the day.
Yeah, Brian thinks Cabal will place Roy next season at Palace. Did you get the ballot sorted, Peter? I have put myself in the ballot for Sunderland away. So we'll wait and see what happens with that one. Oh, at least Luton didn't have a placard pitch, Nemo. Yeah. If you're in the Premier League, you have to try and stay there because of the money, but the Forest don't want to put everything on bought all these players hoping to be mid-table, 44 board. Yeah, too much is what they've done. So, and yeah. But anyways, well, then we'll go predicted lineup. So we'll go with what we would like to see rather than what Eddie Howe should most likely go with, in my opinion, because I think he needs to take one player at least out the side, and I've just told you, we've just said who it was. So I'll start then. So in goal, it'll be Martin Dubravka. He hasn't really put a foot wrong as of late, so he had a good game against Fulham, and I thought he was really good against Chelsea as well. So I don't think he's really starting to find the Martin Dubravka that we have been seeing as well. So yeah, okay, then let's go into right back, Tony.
Look, if he's fit, I'm going to say Emil Kraft.
Okay, then.
But if not, it'll be Tino.
So it could be that one. So it could be either one of those two at right back, okay? Okay, then right centre-backs, sticking with Jamal Lascelles. Captain, Do you know what? He's been really good. I thought that Chelsea was really good as well. He really, really has been very, very good as the late Jamal Lascelles, so he stays in there for me. And alongside him,
the Rolls Royce, that is Sven Botman.
Yes, he'll be back in the league tomorrow. On Saturday. And he'll be back in the starting lineup, no doubt about that, because we will need him for those games now. So, there you are. And, right, okay, for left back, it'd either be Tino Livramento or I think it's going to be Dan Burn.
Would you not start Lewis Hall and give him a run?
Is Eddie going to do it, though? That's the thing.
Well, that is it, isn't it? Yeah, that is it.
But you know what? Tino Livramento at left back or Dan Burn there is okay for me. Mm-hmm. Whoever's going to go in there. Right then. So midfield three. So back to you, Tony, who's taken one of them spots.
Without a doubt, Lewis Miley.
Yes. There you go. Lewis Miley, of course. And next one, of course, will be Sean Longstaff as well. Hopefully he recovers because he didn't have the greatest on Wednesday night, I thought. So, sorry, Tuesday night. So, yeah. And the last one in midfield, Tony?
It's that man again, Bruno. Bruno in the middle.
Hopefully he doesn't lose his cold because he could have really lost it
Yeah.
on Tuesday night. So, yeah. So that is the midfield three. So we're going to the attacking three now. So on the right-hand side for me, it's going to be Miggy. He needs to start upping these performances because I thought he was poor on Tuesday night as well.
Like I've said, Peter, about Mickey is, look, we know he hasn't got a right foot. And teams now work him out that he has to go right to left to get a goal or a shot on goal or to get a crossing or whatever. This is where I've said your right wingers and your left wingers have got to chip in with goals. Gordon's done it, goals and assists, but Mickey's nowhere near him. And I think, if we are looking at this guy, Matthias Sula, who Foxy said, he's a bit like Mickey, but he scores and creates more. He's on loan at Frosinone, and he's already got a 1 and 2 goal ratio, and he plays on the right wing. And he's got 6 goals. He's on loan from Juventus. He's worth about 17 million quid. Mm-hmm. He's a 20-year-old Argentinian. So can you imagine him in an Eddie Howe team? I think he'd absolutely thrive. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying about Miggy. We've got to look to getting some competition for Miggy on that right-hand side. Maybe because Miggy knows there's nobody going to come in and take his place. So he's probably, I don't want to say he's being a bit lazy, but maybe he's just being a bit complacent that he knows nobody's going to challenge him. There's no Jacob Murphy to challenge him. And that's not being harsh on Miggy. That's just saying how it is. Personally, I'd like to see Miggy on the left because finally I got my wish that we saw him on the left against Man United at Old Trafford. And I thought he was excellent. I thought he was excellent on the left.
He was, wasn't he? So, yeah. Beale claiming he is lucky to be manager of a derby against the mighty maybe chuckle. Trips right. I think I'd be taking him out, Mark. Peter, you're going. Well, I'm in the ballot, Brian. I'm going. See you in the North Stand and bring your inflatable seagull and flags.
Oh yeah, you got to take a seagull. The seagull shaggers of Sunderland.
Thank you so much, Yabba, for a £5 super chat. He says Osserman in January. Oh, I would love him at the club.
Yeah.
Yolo. Tino left, bottom of the cell, centre backs, Longstaff, Miley, Bruno. You Osserman in January. I can't see it happening. Gordon, if fit, will Miggy. Coach says Arsenal fan, please sell us Guimaraes and Declan Tree. No, we're all right, thank you, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, thank you. But hope you all subscribe to the channel if it's your first time. We need another right Ingo. Would you take Sancho on a free?
Yes. Because I think Eddie would get the best out of him. I think, look, Jadon Sancho, the guy's come out and said he's got mental health issues and he was getting counselling for it. But what does Ten Hag do? I don't want you in this team. I don't need nowhere near the squad. You're banished. Sorry, that is not a manager in my opinion. Ten Hag is not a manager in my opinion. That is absolutely disgraceful from the manager. That he is supposed to be a top class manager. He's not. Let me tell you this. No, Ten Hag is not top class. And if you're a top class manager, you would then put arm around Jadon Sancho and you would say, right, okay, we'll give you the help and support. Like Eddie's done with Sandro Tonali. Tonali could have gone off the rails, but Eddie could have said, oh, well, I don't want you anywhere near the team. But no, he's there, he's training and everything. But no, he sends Sancho to go and train with the under-21s or on his own. It's absolutely disgraceful, absolutely disgusting. And can you imagine if Sir Bobby Robson was here? Do you think Bobby Robson would do that to a player? Not a chance, because Bobby Robson is a top-class coach, that's why. And look, the thing is, Ten Hag is just showing that he's just got no sentiment whatsoever for anybody. He hasn't got a... apparently he's fell out with Rashford now, so that's another one he's fell out with. You know, how many more? At the end of the day, it's going to end up where Man United are just going to have... they're in free fall. They're on the decline, Man United, let's be honest. They really are. They got that lucky draw against Liverpool, but really, they're on the decline, let's be honest.
Yeah, they are. I predict Wilson with a clever goal, mainly out of box, half-time 2-0. Second half, Bruno lob. The keeper goal, Miggy bottom left corner goal. Richie volley goal and does a Bellingham celebration.
Jordan Ayew for Palace.
What?
Jordan Ayew scored for Palace.
So it's 1-0 Palace.
Yeah.
If Sancho was on a free, then yeah. He says, we'll give you Emil Smith-Rowe for Guimaraes. Definitely not an upgrade on. Absolutely not. Thank you. Also, Peter, bring a bottle to piss in and a multi-packet of crisps. Going to be a long day on them buses.
Oh, yeah, you need a piss bottle beer, Pete.
No.
Chucking it to Sunderland fans. On the piss.
I would do.
I've seen that done. I've seen that done many a time when we've had derby games against them.
It's annoying as I'm shy of football and still occasionally use my left foot being right-footed. He was saying Jadon Sancho on loan from Newcastle. Bruno already turned Arsenal down. He did.
Yep, he did.
There you go. Sancho Panza. He says, you got a choice, Eddie. Nelson plus 50 million. Eddie, does he on about Eddie and Katia plus 50 million for Bruno? Will you then take it? Absolutely not.
No. I wouldn't want Eddie and Katia anywhere near Newcastle.
I think Katia's poor. Nelson's not a bad player. He's still a very kind of young player. But Eddie and Katia is just not Premier League quality. Amrabat apparently he's also been offloaded as well.
Doesn't surprise me. As I've said, they're a club in crisis, Man United, and it's great to see.
Yep. Yeah, 1-0 Palace. Sancho has eaten packed lunches, disgraceful. Yep. We were linked with Luis from Villa, but he is the B-rated Brazilian. I want Bruno, him, and Declan Rice will be solid for 5 years. Newcastle must buy Evan Ferguson, New Allen. The fact he's saying about Luis, I mean, he's rounded with about 70, 80 million. Well, Bruno will be worth more than that.
Yeah, he
since
is.
we give him the new deal.
It's priceless, Bruno.
Yep. 5-0 win Saturday, Wemmy lucky jumper. Nice one, Ian. Bruno priceless, says Julie. Spot on, Julie. Smith-Rowe you were linked with, yeah, but nothing confirmed on it. Arsenal fans on Twitter had some terrible things about Bruno, absolutely, and he turned them down, and he came to us instead, and he loves our support as well. So, okay, so we need to finish off the predicted lineup. So it's back to you, Tony, on the left-hand side.
Right. On the left side, I'm going to say, look, if Gordon is somehow fit, then I think Gordon starts. But if he's not fit, then I'm going to say Isak.
So yes, if fit there, but if not, him going on the left if he's back, which I think here and he could be. So there you are. And up front in the middle, it'll be Callum Wilson for me as well. So, I didn't read you that. You said a super chat as well, Ian. Thank you so much for a $5 super chat as well. I've seen that as well, Tony. As I wouldn't surprise me if someone does it again while calling them seagull shaggers. What happened about what about switching Miggy on the left and going on the right? It doesn't sound like a bad idea in a way, does it?
No.
What happened to St. Maximum? St. Maximum is in Saudi Arabia now, so
yeah,
we had to make some funds. That was the problem, and the problem with ASM, he just wasn't consistent enough for us. That was the issue. So that was the problem. So this is what we're going to go with, is the predicted lineup. So in goal is Martin Dubravka. The right-hand side, if he's fit, we're going to go with Emil Kraft. If not, we'll go Tino Livramento at right back. The centre-backs will be Jamal Lascelles and Sven Botman. The left-back could either be Tino Livramento if he doesn't get moved to left-back, or it'll be Dan Burn there. The midfield three will be Bruno Guimaraes, Sean Longstaff and Lewis Miley. And the attacking three on the left, if he's fit, Anthony Gordon. If not, we'll put Isak there if he comes back. On the right-hand side, it'll be Miggy Alma running up front. It'll be through the middle. It'll be Callum Wilson. So there you are. Some of them Arsenal fans are still whinging. We beat them on X. It's getting pathetic now. The game's gone. Just get over it. Like, they haven't even... So switch me on the left and going on the right. It doesn't sound like a bad idea to do that sometimes. So,
That's
yes,
exactly
Tim
what I say.
Maximin plays for Al Ali in Saudi Arabia. He does now. Most genuine Arsenal fans have already moved on from the Newcastle game. Absolutely. It's the most one's fame, form, and views and interactions going on about Bruno and Joe Linton it has. The honest fans were Arsenal. They said we didn't do it enough. I interviewed Rich from the Over and Over again, and he was completely honest. He said Arsenal didn't do enough in the game. Ian says, are you doing a preview show tomorrow, Tony?
Yes, I will do, mate. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Catch me for that.
You're relaxed, Ronald. Your millions haven't kicked in. They will do soon, though. Who remember the Sunderland fans shitting in the stadium of shite?
Oh, yes.
That's Jesus.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that, Pete?
Yes, I do.
But no, going back to the bottles of piss. I mean, yeah, I've seen it happen many a time, even at Joker Park when I've been there, when they played at Joker Park, or Roker Park, if anybody's running around calling it Joker Park. Quite often see bottles of piss being thrown about. It's, you know, you laugh about it because especially when it hits the Sunderland fans, but you don't laugh if it hits you. But luckily enough, I've never been hit by it, thank God. But at the time you laugh about it and then you think, it's absolutely disgusting, really, that doing it. You shouldn't do it, really. But then that's what used to happen, though, Pete. Obviously it doesn't happen now, but that's what used to happen a lot. I remember that, the playoff final, semi-final, when we lost 2-0 at St James's Park. And Gates and Gabbiadini scored that night, and I think once the second goal went in, the fans just ran on the pitch, had to get the Newcastle fans back off the pitch. It was just an awful night, that was. And I was trying to get out of final whistle and actually ended up on the pitch, but I managed to get myself back off because I just got pushed. I couldn't get out, had no intentions of going on the pitch, but that was a bad night when we lost to them.
This is my new favourite channel. What a vibe. Cheers so much. A little boy, wasn't it? I don't say it was a boy. He thought
he was about 18 or 19, wasn't he?
Yeah, I would say so. Cloggy, hope you're keeping well as well. Cloggy. Mr. Spoons is in the chat. Ian, Toon Trader.
Hey!
Hello again, Ian. Wasn't there a Sunderland fans who took a dump in the fountain at Trafalgar Square? There wasn't
it? Yes, there was. Playoff final, wasn't it?
There was, Coffee. There was, yeah. They all said the Geordie fans always amazing. Sorry for spamming your chat, stumble on this channel by mistake, but seems like cheers to us. Cheers, fine. Cheers so much for tuning in. It's always good to have new viewers and new subscribers there as well. So yeah, really appreciate it. There are rancid human beings. Ian. Yep, I have seen genuine Arsenal fans on here being our a different breed on X, and one in the dreads happens to us. Yep, we were just welcome. It happens at festivals, Tony. We got covered in piss. We went to see the Stone Roses at Finsbury Park. Bloody hell. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, God. God almighty.
It does happen, doesn't it, though? Yeah, it does happen, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian says, sorry. The fact is, go back to the game, Tony, we just got to go at them. The fact is, we would have had a tiny bit of a rest anyway.
Yeah.
At least we've had a tiny bit of rest to get ready for the game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tuesday and it's Saturday. I'll be glad when December's out the way because, look, we've had far too many games this month and the squad's just not been strong enough because obviously we've had all those injuries, which is bad, Just hoping there's some light in the tunnel in January that, maybe we'll pluck a couple of loan signings from Saudi. And then, well, if we do go to Saudi for some, I don't know, we might not, I mean, look, I would still say bring De Gea in, keeper, because he's still a good keeper. And, he's on a free, so you may as well, if you can agree him to take, if he takes a wage cut, which I suppose, look, he's already said he's happy to come to Newcastle if the hierarchy call him, he'll come. So that doesn't mean to say, but it means he could take a wage cut. I'm sure he's got plenty of money in the bank, so I'm sure he doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could bring him in that way. Look, he's still a good goalkeeper. Just get him in training. Who's to say he's not actually training with us now? Nobody knows. That's the
We
thing.
don't know. That's it, do we?
But would you bring Dickie Aaron? Because I would.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Jose Mourinho wants a job in the Premier. Do you think Newcastle need a bigger name to transfer them back to a big team as they are? Personally, I don't think Mourinho has got it for Premier League as what he used to now. In terms of a bigger name, I think Eddie Howe is. I hope Eddie Howe is here for many years to come. The problems we are having is the words FFP hanging over St James's Park. That is the problem.
I just touch on that Jose Mourinho. I did see an interview the other day. Now, apparently, he was asked, would he take the Newcastle job? And his response was, look, I've got a job here at Roma. Mm-hmm. He says, everybody knows Newcastle in a way are close to my heart because it's Bobby's home.
Yeah.
He says, and that's how he calls it Bobby's home. He says, and if I ever go there, he says, I always lay flowers. He says, because he is an inspiration to me, Bobby Robson. He says, but I have a job at Roma. He says, I'm bringing some great young players through here. He says, and the club's building up. And he says, yes, I know I'm coming to the end of my contract. We haven't started talks yet, but hopefully those talks will resume soon. Mm-hmm. So, look, he's looking at thinking that he's staying there in Roma and he's happy with the job there. Now, you could read into that and say, or is he saying that just because he wants out of Roma? But I don't think he is. I think he's generally saying he's happy what he's doing there. If he's bringing young players through, then it just shows he's obviously got some sort of project going on where he's bringing the youngsters through. So who knows?
Yeah, that's.
But I don't think he'll be coming to Newcastle United anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yabba says maybe we Newcastle fans support the Black Cats with a cat litter tree. Oh, Clarky says nothing wrong with a gold shower.
Oh God,
Jesus! I never rated the pitch in the playoffs against the Mackhams on. I never rated the pitch. Sorry, no,
was
Clarky.
horrible.
Very Yabba. Julie J was hoping was an offer. Yeah. Warms you up in these cold nights, doesn't it, Clarky? Jesus God.
Just don't eat yellow snow.
That's it, yeah. MM certainly does, mate. Oh, Mourinho so said he wanted to manage Newcastle because of Bobby. Yeah. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than have that Jose Mourinho in his boss, says Ian. How are you? Great. He says, but you can't say FFP when Chelsea giving 8-year deals, you're the richest team in the world. Unfortunately, we can't say FFP because our owners have been really honest and says we can't spend as what some of the other clubs are. Because the fact is, if we were to break FFP, the media would be rubbing their hands and have an absolute field day, and they hope we are deducted points in our the Premier League because they hate us. There you go.
Absolutely, Pete. There's no
we
way.
haven't buy FFP because we don't have the big sponsorship deals. Absolutely, Julie. We don't have them in just yet. We're working to get more in, which is great, but we still don't have some as well. Like Man City have got they've got other sponsorships for like training gear as well. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, if you get if you get some of these like Man City they've got probably about 100 of them, the £1 million sponsors. That brings, if you've got 100 of them, that brings you £100 million in a year. And that doesn't have to have Premier League approval. That can just come, they can just come in. It's when you get the bigger ones. But what really annoys me is the fact is that all these clubs, as soon as we were taken over and as soon as the Sports Direct signs came down, as soon as they got taken down, Leicester were one of the big ones, well, I say big ones, one of the big mouths anyway, who got involved with the Premier League and said, we need a vote. They can't have sponsorships coming in over the top for money. They've got to be value for money. And I thought, well, you're a fine club to talk because your stadium's named after your owner's company.
Yep.
Your owner's name's on the shirts as well, King Power. So, you're a fine one to talk.
And That's it.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, that's why they've done that. They've stopped us from getting them big sponsorship deals in, because I'm sure there's companies in Saudi who would have quite happily said, there you go, we'll give you £60 million a season.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that vote, they stopped that. And, and the other one, I don't think that went through either, about the sponsorship rules, where you've got to have 2 or 3 different sponsorship deals at the same offer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you've got Seller offering 25 million for the shirts a year, they've got to have another couple doing the same. And I think that's just stupid. It's like selling your house and saying, all right, okay, somebody says, I'll give you 120,000 for it. And somebody else says, I'll give you 120,000 for it. And somebody else says, I'll give you 120,000 for it, And you think, oh, I'll choose one of them, will I? But I'll not choose the first one, because that wouldn't be right. I'll choose the third one then.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't do it. It just
you
doesn't
wouldn't
work. It doesn't work.
No, we don't. He is one manager, and we love him. We do. I love yellow snow, nice and warm. No white snow. Covey says lemon flavour.
Oh,
he's trying to be clean. Don't want to be handing out deals even to younger players. We're stuck with Fraser Lewis because we gave them 5-year deals on big wages. We did.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat Piss, sorry, you're mid-table sheep, sorry, but I used to own Newcastle with Solano, etc. Thought you were big. How can Chelsea spare? But you're seeing your owners is a king. Well, that's during that was in the past with players like Solano and that. And then the fat Cockney bastard came in and ruined our club. And that's why we are lacking behind in terms of FFP. Oh, Jesus, Ronald.
Oh, Browns.
You have no clue as to how FFP works. Raise your standard. Your owner can sponsor your team through a subs. I'm not sure. Can you do that? I'm not sure.
No, the thing is, right? It's not just the fact. It's not just the fact that the fat Cockney bastard ruined the club that way financially as well, like on sponsorships and things like that. It was when we were buying players, he was paying out the whole thing up front rather than paying it in installments, which also has damaged us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're paying, if you're an owner and you're paying out, say for like when he got Miggy, when he took out Barclays bank loan for £21 million.
Yes, he did.
Paid that straight out. Paid that straight out for Miggy. Instead of saying, right, we'll pay you $5 million a year. If you pay $5 million a year, that way, your FFP is fine. But if you pay it straight out in one lump sum, it damages your FFP. And that's what he was doing. And he didn't understand the concept of that.
Definitely didn't. Absolutely. Red Snow. Oh, God, I'm not going any further. Previous owner who shall not be named giving up all the sponsorship deals. New owners need time to get the good deals back. Did you see the development about the planned Super League and the advantage Madrid and Barcelona will get from it? This European Super League could be brushed under the carpet for all I care.
Well, Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham have all said they've got no interest in it whatsoever now. They are. Also, Atletico Madrid said the same, as has Inter Milan and quite a few other clubs as well. Feyenoord as well, I think. So a lot of clubs are saying no to it. So it could only end up being Barcelona and bloody... I think even Slavia Prague have said no to it as well.
Well, good. How did City build a new training ground? Well, it was just upgraded the training ground. It wasn't a new training ground. Let them go, US. Us, Villa and West Ham, well, the new elite. It's all changed. It has. Yep. Man City versus Fluminense tomorrow. It is, isn't it? It's not Friday yet. I know. Red, yellow, or brown snow. Yeah. I won't be surprised to see some of these coloured snow cones appearing on PD's Football Live show. Ronald, that's called a Pennywell Special Sauces. Oh, God. That's it, yours,
I started something off there with yellow snow, Peter, and everybody's cottoned onto it now. I always seem to do that, don't I? I want to come on your channel.
It wasn't too over the top like it did on the bloody watch along. Jesus. It's all changed. Even the 8-year contracts have changed to 5 years. Do your homework, says Clarky. Anyway, time for score prediction. What are you going for Saturday, Tony?
Jesus. What am I going to say? Oh, do you know what? I don't know, because it's a tough place to go to. I know people might say to me, how can you say it's a tough place to go to? But it is a tough place to go to, you know. I'm going to say we go down there and win 3-1.
3-1, okay then. I'm going to say, I'm going to be confident this time. I'm going to say we're going to get a win before Christmas. I'm going to say 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah. Got our Botman in the back at the back now, so hopefully that helps us in a way as well. So there you go. You're a bad influence, Tony. 1-1. Man City, you're a power. We will hit the ball post again. 3-1-2. Wilson, Botman, Tino. 9-0. Bloody hell. 2-0, 2-2, says Lawrence. Luton 0, Newcastle 3, says Ronald. They've changed, but doesn't mean Enzo's go back to Benfica. Corruption is real. Use your rich owner as well. FFP is the problem, as we mentioned. Right then, so we're going to start the end of the show. So, Tony, what have you got coming up on It's All Black and White TV?
Tomorrow I'll have the match preview, so do join me for the match preview on that.
And what time are you going live?
I'm not sure yet. It depends what time I get finished tomorrow, so I may go live earlier. But do keep an eye out for that. It could be. Depend. Like I say, it depends what time I get home. So I'm not sure at the moment, but I will put out there when I do go live. Definitely, I would say probably sometime between 7 and 8, maybe. But if not, it might be earlier than that. It could even be a tea time show.
No problem.
And then on Saturday, I have the pre-match. So join me on Saturday at 1:30 for the pre-match. The build-up to the game against Luton Town. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. And at 2 o'clock, I will bring you both team lineup, as I always do as well. So join me for the pre-match as well.
Nice one, Tony. 3-0 trips, 4-0. Great job, Pete and Tony. Cheers, Ian. I'm free until now, 2024, says Julie. Love it, I bet too. Take care, Ian. Will we get the bell notifications on Tony? Yeah, well, if you only got to do is hit the notification bell to make sure you are notified on what comes up. So tomorrow, I'll be back for the Crazy Paydays Football Live Show. Get yourselves on. The link will be in the live comments, and we'll have a laugh as usual. And I dread to think what comments are going to come in tomorrow. I really, really am. So come and join me and Mason on tomorrow's show for that as well. So, yeah, that's what we got coming up. And Saturday will be the watch-along for the game. And we're going to have to fit in the match review and the player ratings and the preview to the Forest game as well. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. Take care, Julie. And let's get PD to 2K subs before the new year ends. Just subscribe. Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, Covey. I will be tuning in, Tony. I'll finish at 1, straight to the pub, get hammered, woke up at 5 to 3, just in time for the game, and leftover takeaway. Any Christmas specials for tomorrow's show? I'll have to wait and see. Christmas theme, Pete? Well, it's just what I can get. So it's just what I can find out there. Really good show, guys. Cheers, Chloe. Thanks, fam. Amazing first time show for me. Hope you lose. So,
but don't lose. One thing I will say is, if he does want to hit that notification, you have to go on my channel and hit the notification and the sub. But I might. By the way, there might be a bonus show, and it might only be a short one, but I may be live on Christmas Day. There you go.
Okay, then, fair enough.
Because I'm home alone Christmas Day, so I may be live Christmas Day.
Home alone Christmas Day?
Yeah, because my other half should be at work, so.
On Christmas Day.
Well, that's fine. I can have a few drinks during the day and watch Home Alone or whatever.
Yeah, well, how are the lads? Well, then, guys, we're going to start now. So remember, guys, if you have enjoyed, remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results. Please do smash the likes. Again, please, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, please do smash that subscribe button. Completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. We're on our way to 2K subs. Last time I checked, we were under 30 away from getting there. So help us get there as soon as we can. It's all down to your support.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Absolutely. Cheers, Tony. And Tony's channel as well. It's all black and white TV. And please hit the notification bell as well. And we'll let you know whenever live shows or pre-recorded videos do take place on the day as well. And if you want to donate the channel, feel free to do so. And again, if you want to become a member for just 99p a month, just hit the join button. You'll be put into the next prize draw as well. So there you go. Home Alone, great movie. Yes, it certainly is. Have a Christmas ball on Christmas Day, says Coffee. Right, son. Good night, everyone. Good night, Julia. Guys, 2 great channels. Cheers so much, Clocky. Well, guys, we'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. See you all tomorrow night. Away the lads. Take care, everyone.